have a lot to say. So today I want to talk about me not getting chemotherapy. Although it was stressed to me to the nth degree that if I didn't do it, I needed to contact hospice and I was going to die. I never did chemotherapy. Something deep on the inside of me that I could not specifically identify did not let me rest with that decision. I never got the green light to do it, so I never did it. And I thank God that I never did it because now I know that it would have killed me. So, what I'm going to talk about is chemotherapy today, and that when someone hears that someone died of complications from cancer, those complications from cancer are people automatically think they died from cancer. No, when people are given chemotherapy, that compromises their immune system, which makes them susceptible to a cold. A cold could kill them. Anything. A rash could kill them. Their immune system is basically destroyed. So things that the immune system would normally be able to fight off overcomes them and kills them. So not necessarily the cancer killed them. It's the chemotherapy treatments that are killing so many people. And also the chemotherapy, because I mentioned in another video that it has 3 communication hubs and it cannot be eradicated just come in and snatch it out the body, because it's going to prompt the others to start spreading. The body has to be able to effectively deal with that cancer. So that means that people need to boost their bodies, support their immune system, support their T detox systems to eradicate the communication hubs so that when one is destroyed, the body has enough strength to deal with all of it versus someone being not having any sort of lifestyle change, and then they have, some foreign surgery or whatever come and take the communication hub. Since they don't have any of the strength that they need to fight even the 3, they can't fight the 2 that are left. I don't know if that sounds right. They have to strengthen their body, and their body has to deal with the cancer cells. It can't be surgically or man-made removed. Because when that happens, they spread. And when that happens, the body isn't strong enough to deal with any of it. So I went off on a tangent. Back to complications of cancer. So I believe that chemotherapy has caused the complications of cancer. This is why. I was told that side effects of chemotherapy is that I will become very weak. And I can't tell you how weak I already was. Sometimes I thought that I was going to do that last thing that people's bodies do when they urinate or release their bowels. I was so weak, and it sounded absolutely no sense to me that I would be signing on for something that would make me any weaker than I already was. I'm saying I couldn't lift my head. Do you know what I'm saying? My head felt like it was, no. But more specifically, it was going to mess with my blood cells, my white and my red, and all of those cells have to be present to allow my body to function. And when they're not present, all kind of breakdowns begin to happen in the body. So I knew that didn't sound right, because I was already I already knew there was something going on with my white blood cells, and I knew that had been battling iron deficiency, so I could not do that. I know that would have been a complication of cancer. She had a heart attack because she was so iron deficient that her heart was overworked by trying to pump the little blood, those kind of things. It was going to weaken my immune system, which is the fatal no. This world isn't even clean enough. It's nothing but the grace of God that some people that are successfully been treated by chemotherapy, I'm not going to say successfully, but they have lived through a chemotherapy treatment and didn't die, that the fact that it does that to the immune system and they live through that is amazing, because that is what that's our army. That's our protective force that keeps things from killing us. And I wasn't about to punish mine for doing a great job. I'm still alive. My quality of life is truly depleted, but I'm alive. I'm not about to sign on to anything that's going to beat up my immune system anymore. It was also going to blood, weak. There was another thing that the chemotherapy was going to do that was just basically what I was already feeling, but it was going to add on to it. So nevertheless, I did not know at the time prior to going to the doctors what chemotherapy even was, but something in my spirit, something in myself said that you're not going to do that. And as he was talking and the doctor was talking and trying to urge me to do it, I never got the green light peace about doing it. I got peace about the surgery. I got peace about the radiation. I could not get no peace about chemotherapy. And so I have never done it. What I did do is I began to do self-evaluation and make changes in my habits and my thought processes and the things that I was eating and the things that I was doing. And that is what has kept me alive. When the chemo would have given me maybe one more day, people get on chemo, they find the cancer, people get on chemo and they're dead the next day or dead in the next 3 days. And I have been living and fighting this thing since 2012, which is 5 years going on 6, and I thank God for it. So I guess that's just what I wanted to say. I never did chemotherapy. I never did the pain medications. When I was in pain, I would just pray and talk about it to God until God saw fit to take the pain away, and He did. All of those things, but from my understanding, per the Garrison therapy, the liver is poison. Chemotherapy poisons the whole body. So there is no sense in me poisoning what is already poisoning, but it's life-supporting. It's critical life-supporting organism. It was for me to make changes, use some self-control, stop, just binging on junk food and regular eating junk food and regularly drinking sodas, and say, I want to live, and it's in my hands, and there are things that I'm going to do to support my body and heal that way. I believe that's all I wanted to say. Until next time, thanks for watching.